Hi everybody, welcome to the Astrology Chat for July 11th, 2024. So there's a lot going on today. I'm going to try to fit it all in to this one video if you need to speed up. So the keys for today are to actually take time with yourself, to tap into your spirit, pull out that journal I told you about, and dream. Allow yourself to have these deep conversations and questions with yourself, with your higher self, with divine, with God, about where you're going and what you want to do in this next phase. And yes, there are a lot of transits that are very good for connecting with other people, allowing yourself to tap into the dream and the romance with your community. But in my meditation, I kept being brought back to, but start with yourself first. And the more that you allow yourself to really use this day to have a conversation with your spirit, with your divine, and to dream, to start imagining, you're really going to be able to anchor into this very deep part of yourself that's not in the scene, and particularly allow yourself to step into accountability for cultivating the habit and the practice of communicating with the unseen, with the divine, with the God in you, and allowing you to shape your life around what you envision yourself to become, rather who you were in the past. And I say this today because we have the moon in Virgo. The moon in Virgo is all about order, habit, structure, is what you're doing in your day-to-day life to make your dreams come true. The moon is going to be in Virgo for most of the day. There's going to be a short void, and then the moon is going to move into Libra right after that around 10 p.m. So while the moon is in Virgo, the moon in Virgo is making an opposition to Saturn retrograde and Neptune retrograde. The sun is sextiling the moon. There's a quincunx with Chiron. The moon is trining Mars and Uranus. There's a semi-square with Mercury. The moon in Libra, the moon is then going to sextile Venus. Mercury is making a sexy square to Neptune retrograde. Venus is making a trine to Neptune. And Venus then enters into Leo this evening until August 4th. You see how there's a lot going on? So all of these energies today, right, really allow you, particularly the way Venus is moving. Venus is having a lot of these energies where she's having these conversations about what she loves and how she expresses herself and what she needs to nurture herself. And a lot of these emotional feelings that have been like knocking on the back of your door, when Venus moves into Leo, you're going to want to express them. And yes, you can express them in the traditional ways that are very external, go out, have fun, connect with people, be creative, absolutely all of that. But before you do that, allow yourself to have meetings with Saturn retrograde and Neptune retrograde about what your dreams are now. What feeds your soul now? Where do you want to go from where you are right now in the future? And especially when a lot of our habits have been based on what we used to like, when there's been so many deep transformations about who you are on so many levels, it is wise to stop and be like, well, what is my flavor now? In many ways, we've all realized that the vibes in the tribes that we were in or expressing haven't been lining up. And so now, as Venus is moving into Leo, there is this opportunity to explore and express and find the vibe that fits your tribe and the tribe that fits your vibe. But first you need to be honest about what you need. And so there is this wild card energy with Uranus. There's this focus, this ability to do the work with Mars. Anytime trines come into play, it means that if you do the work, it's going to show up. And even if you look at this Venus trine Neptune, there is this review, right? Venus is meeting with Neptune retrograde, who's reordering spiritually and emotionally. And there's just a different taste to you, and there's a different flavor to what you like. And taking your time to make a habit to understand that and question and explore that with who you are is really important. And Neptune is about imagination. It is about dream. It is about the magic of it all, quote unquote. And so allow yourself to play with that. Allow yourself to take time with that. So I think today is a really beautiful day. Pull out your journal and start making a practice to talk to your spirit, talk to God, talk to the divine, and then move from that place rather than feeling like you need to run from something. Realize that you are now able to work towards something. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you tomorrow.